Hey everybody, my name is Rydo, and we are going to be starting coverage of a game called The Witness. Now, I want to fairly warn you right up front. This is a long puzzle game. It's going to only be centered around solving puzzles. There's not a ton of story, there's not a ton of dialogue, and if you don't like puzzles, you're not going to like this game. Now, I am going to hopefully have an advantage in which I can solve the puzzles pretty fast. I have a few spoilers in my head because I've watched a few other people play this game, and that's the main reason why I'm playing this right now, is that I just had to personally play this game before I saw so many other people beat every single puzzle in the game that it would be unrealistic. I'll try my best not to spoil anything and give as close to a realistic playthrough as possible. Now, this game just throws you into it when we start a new game. You just start in an area. There's no introduction or anything. There's no audio settings. I turned on the subtitles. There's no resolution settings. You're just at whatever resolution your screen is at. And the way things are animated are very beautiful, but they're also kind of low polygon designs that I think that allows it to get away with doing a really good quality without actually having having to re-render that much. So now we begin The Witness. Start a new game. I haven't done anything anyways, so start with The Witness and a square, which is odd because when I did it before, it was a square, uh, then three lines centered at 60 degrees, and then a star or some kind of asterisk. Now it's a triangle. Interesting. Maybe this is just a loading screen or what? But a lot of these puzzles are cryptic, so that loading screen right there may be something. And this is a witness. There's no brightness. There's nothing. Here I can walk a little bit further back. Playing with the controller, I hope that doesn't turn out to be a nightmare. It might be. As we walk, we can notice that these sections are broken as we get up closer. And oh, by the way, it is uh, it is a little bit further back here, and it's getting thinner as we go. And this is where we start. Now, I'm probably going to throw out a bunch of crazy theories here, but my very first crazy theory, as we enter this first puzzle and it tells us to hit A, is that each solution might be an alphabet. So, when you hit A, you get a cursor, and the screen focused in here. We can see there's a little echo here telling us to go here, and when I click and press A over here or somewhere else, it doesn't seem like it's going to do this. So, I press A, I start in one place, and I in there. Now, crazy theory number 2. As we see the shadow. Interesting fact about the shadow too is that you see a shadow but you don't see your hands ever. Ooh, that's dark and spooky. Ooh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Almost got stuck in there. We went from a area straight down, and the puzzle was from a start point straight down. So where we walked was just the solution. And where we walked just now is the solution. We start from here, we make a almost exactly right angle here. So this is tutorial puzzles. They're going to get amazingly more crazy. Now, apparently you have to hit A again for it to activate or let go or something. So I would say in my first theory that's probably character number 2 in this alphabet. And so here we have another puzzle. So like I said, it's low polygon, so it's not rendering thousands of blades of grass. Instead, it's adopting a very interesting, colorful, artistic style, kind of like a little less detailed uh, Talus principle. Now, the reference to Talus principle here is probably not the greatest, because uh, in the end, the Talus principle had multiple things that were just wrong that you could interact with, where this is just puzzles for now, at least. For the first half of the game, I would say. There's roughly 700 puzzles here. That's not the solution. If you hit the wrong place, you can go back. This, where it's rounded, is the solution. So, interesting next piece of information we learned is if it is a flat end, it's not the solution. We want the round end. And that powers this cord, which then goes over this wall. Suffice it to say, I've seen other people do this. And this one would not have been powered. So let's go over here and look at this one just to prove that is the case. If these puzzles are supposed to be where we just walked, that really wouldn't make any sense, would it? No, it really wouldn't. So the first couple were exact copies of where we walked, but it doesn't seem like I could figure out a way that that would still be the truth. So, here. Now, I've watched other people on Twitch play this, and frankly, people that were their fans on Twitch did not enjoy it. I did not enjoy watching a lot of people play it too. They weren't particularly good at doing puzzles, so they would sit there and struggle while I was having no trouble with it. So you're not going to see me sit here and have trouble with these puzzles. That's not like I memorized that solution. I'm just actually kind of really good at puzzles. It's a thing I've done for a lot of my life. And I used to do jigsaw puzzles. Here's a seat. As a young child, but eventually I stopped doing them because I was so good that I basically decided to retire. It's a silly thing to have to do, but I had felt like I'd already climbed to Mount Everest, and because of that. So notice that I changed it there from one to the other. One is going over there through that window where we can't even see, and then one is coming up over here to this. So one of my goals on this series is to be quick about things and not make this be super long, even though this is going to be a super long game. So here's the puzzle to open this door, but I can't do it because there is this black thing, this latch on over it, and if you imagine the cursor here is your finger, you're in the real world. You can't stick your finger under it to push the control. So we've got this black wire. Where is it going? Let's see. Is there? You can hit A here, and so you don't have to just be in there. Try to see if there's a run. Yeah, if I hold the left trigger, you do get to run. The run's still not super fast, but This isn't really a game about running. So here, the solution can't be done on this side, actually. There's no point here where you wouldn't hit one of these brakes. So it's teaching you that sometimes you have to start from one, sometimes you have to start from the other. Again, I haven't memorized the solution. I just can do it. Now, there's still a lot more to this game than just a bunch of puzzles like these. These are some of the easiest we're ever going to get. But, let's see. How would I want to do this? Just to be fancy. I'm just being silly here. I could have definitely drawn it a lot straighter. Any one of those would have worked. There was not a single path there that wouldn't have worked. But I was just being silly. But we also want to be prepared. So over here, now that that door has been unlocked, we know there is a cord over here. And so we may not figure out where this cord goes for 40 hours from now. It's a possibility. But we might as well power it up. Because almost certainly we want it powered up. So out we go, and at this point we are free to explore the world as we see fit. If we go to places where we don't understand the puzzles, we should just give up and go somewhere different. Interesting. I don't have a interact button or anything, so that gate would be nice if we could unlock that gate. I don't think I can though. There's no jumping down, so I don't think I can reach any of that right now. There are things hidden all throughout this world. So even what I'm looking at right here is there's probably something significant here that I'm just not seeing. Except for right there is the final part of the first part of the game, I would say. Here's a doorway. Alright. And see, because I have spoilers in my head, I know how to do this. And it's just gonna be silly not to do it. There's so much in this game already. So, at 13 minutes into the series, and I'm gonna do long recordings here, I know what this is, and this is why I had to start playing this game now, just a few days since it came out. I know that you have to, for instance, get all of these black things. You have to go over them. So notice that this is grayed out and none of the others are. I know that you have to split all of the black and white squares. You have to keep them separate. So if I did something like this here, and then here, and then here, that keeps all the, let's see, we gotta come back this way, and oops, I think think I started in the wrong place, didn't I? So it just fades out. Let's try this. So those are all good, but I can't miss that one either. So this is a pretty complicated puzzle to start off with. Let's go this way, this way, this way, this way. Now, I don't know if that gap is going to be enough. Let's see. It might be very well too that I don't understand everything. Because what I'm working off of, let's get away from this puzzle, is knowledge that other people have gathered. And I don't trust their knowledge really at all. It could be very, very wrong. Now you can't jump down, you can walk up hills. So that will help us. There's going to be a little bit of exploration here. There's going to be a lot of references to Myst and comparisons to Myst. I think the creator of this game, Jonathan Blow, the person who made Braid, and some other people, he hired other people, and he wanted to make sure people got their credit. I think he spent 12 years on this, and I think he did make a better game than Myst, because there are some definitely just convoluted puzzles in Myst that have no learning curve up to them, or the learning curve is extremely steep. For example, in the sequel to Myst Riven, you have to learn an entire language just by a few little toys you can play with, and that without learning that, you really can't beat the game, and it was pretty obscure. So even though my first crazy theory is that each one of these solutions might very well be a language to something, I don't think that language is actually going to be needed. Or if it is going to be needed, it's going to be needed a long time from now. Long, long time. Alright, so I opened that gate. That's good to know. And when I go to the gate, that allows me to walk back this way and walk around here. So, much like Myst, you're on an island. It's all around. There's puzzles everywhere. Myst never looked this good or was never this big. In all honesty, the actual Myst Island was probably about the size of this one building, and that's it. I think I can solve this one, though. Let's see. So, I know what to do as long as I can get this to work, which I can. Solved. And I don't think solving that puzzle is really that extremely far from where we would have started, because for this example, if you were just to go here, you're going to see that it says no, that doesn't work, and all those squares are faded out. So here's our story element. Let's see. You get these audio recordings.
Of all the communities available to us, There's
Wait a
not.
minute. I thought I turned the subtitles on. It must have turned them off when I reset the game. Also, if you want to see progress, you have to hit here and go the number solved. And like I
One I
said,
would want
there's
to
like
devote myself
700.
to, except for the Society of True Searchers, which has very few living members at any time. Albert Einstein, 1924.
So I think, how are we gonna do this? How can we get all these people this back? I can't miss any of them. So if I went something like this, and then went something like this, there we go. I believe that opened the door that we were starting for. So the audio logs are just like that. You click on them, they are quotes from famous people. There's two voice actors, there's a male and a female. The male seems to talk, from what I've heard, about more scientific things, and the female seems to talk about more philosophy. So here is a triangle here, and what I have to do is I have to encapsulate a triangle in that shape. So this, I hope, works? No. But notice it's being very helpful here. That does work. Now, unfortunately, this puzzle is not connected to anything. It's just there. It's just one of the number. We will find them on the ground. You will want to find the solution. And so the reason why that we could redo this again, reason why this gives it a triangle is because there is a break here, and if it collects everything else, it seems like it's good enough. I don't know. But see, I could be totally misunderstanding this piece. So, because we haven't even learned it. All I know is I just found a solution that I probably shouldn't have. You can find solutions by doing stuff like that, but it's not going to help you. It's really going to actually hurt you, because without even a good understanding, even if it is actually a misunderstanding of the rules that somehow seems to still work, here's a whole different area that we can't get into until we can open that door. Unless you understand how the puzzle they work, you won't get consistent outcomes. You'll just get bad data. Alright, so here's the tutorial. And we start doing this. These are tutorial walls. So we know if we did this, it won't work. If we did this, it won't work. It's all about separating the black and white. And if you're colorblind, you might as well give up on this game right now. You can hit right bump and left bump, by the way, when you're in these. Because that's simply just... Yeah, colorblind's not going to work. There's whole sections that are further in the game where they mess with your perception. And it might just be scientifically appropriate here to do every single combination to make sure you fully understand, so that you completely understand what's going on here. So we kind of know what to do. Only one way to solve this puzzle still. We have to isolate the white from the black. There's only one way to do it. But it will soon get to things like this where it feels like you might be able to do something different. So here we have the problem of it's ending in a different place. So always keep an eye on where you want to finish. Doesn't really matter. Again, the puzzles are stepping up. So we're getting extra space. And the extra space would work either way. It doesn't matter. So if I'd put this with the white dots, it would have been fine. If I put it with the black dots, it's fine. And I think that's the whole point here. Because notice that the puzzle's not really... Oh, I think I can't solve it this way, actually. Let's try that again. Let's go down this way, and making it so that the blank space ends up with the black dots again. Now, if you look at the solutions, they're almost identical. They're just growing a little bit. Let's see. We're gonna, I suppose, isolate the black dots this way. No, that's not gonna work, is it? We gotta do a line right here for sure. And if they kept them all separate, that'd be fine too. So I've done something wrong here. Start over. It has to, we know it has to be here. There's no way you can just do that. So we know it has to go up, and then from there we know it has to go right, and then we know it has to go up, and it might go right or it might go up, but we know it's not going to go left, and backwards isn't an option. So the problem with going right here is then we'd have to immediately go down here, and then that leaves this whole part alone. So this has to go up here, and then this has to do this, and this has to do this. There we go. So again, those are puzzles not connected to anything. Not connected to anything at all. It's somewhat linear right now. I will grant you this. Most players will almost certainly do these puzzles right now. And right here we have the puzzles that we already have figured out the answers to. About you have to hit the dots. So this will be no problem whatsoever. Maybe a little bit of a problem. Here. Let's see. Come over here. No, that one won't work. No, that one won't work. Something here is not going to work. Let's see. Go up this way, and this way. All kinds of different patterns are needed to solve this. Now he's really going to make me struggle here. Let's see. How about this? Nope, that won't work. Let's try this again. What if we go up here? and then down here. No, that won't work. And see, this would just... Okay, this will work right here. Now again, if you were going to believe that these solutions were some kind of lettering system, you're going to go crazy trying to figure it out. You're going to see so many solutions of so many puzzles. It's not something a human being could probably figure out. And again, that was just a test area. Just a little boat dock type area. I don't know, maybe a building here was here at one point. So by solving those two things, if we run back here, we should be able to solve this door. Now we have been given enough information to find the solution. This, and then this, and then this. And how do we want to do this? I think we can isolate that and keep all the white ones together. And then come up here and do this. And we are so close. The only thing we messed up was the very beginning. So I need to just go up this way, and that way. No, that won't work. Interesting, your solution stays there. Up this way, down this way. No, I've just blocked off the answer if I do that. It's a tricky thing, this game. Let's see. The only way if we start here is there. If we start here, that doesn't work. We know those two don't really make sense. We know this doesn't really make sense. So, if we started this way, that doesn't make sense. So it has to be here. And that means it has to be this. And that means it has to be this. And then maybe I just go backwards here from this point. I guess that could be it. I guess this is gonna work. That keeps all of them, all of the whites in the inside circle, all the blacks on the outside ring. We got it. So I'd say that was probably the first combination of a few rules and the first combination of a few the first difficult puzzle. So we end up in here, and oh, here we go. So when we open things, instead of the front being a normal safe that a normal human being would use, we are in this weird world where everything opens through puzzles. So slide to unlock. And it is a weird world, definitely, because that thing just unfolded. So it is fair to say this is not reality. Let's see. Well, I'm trying to look at this. hexagon puzzle, but it's all just written with a pencil, and there's lines breaking it, and all of that. Nothing up here. So I saw a lot of Let's Players, or at least one Let's Player, and not even get into that room. Let's see, what does it look like when we look down there from this perspective, or through this tree? I don't know. So if that is the most secret treasure of the entire game, we don't understand what it's telling us. There's so much we don't understand, but there's a lot I think I understand more than most. Looks like there's a puzzle that way, and more things to stay on the path. Of course, I don't like to stay on the path. I have the quality set to high, and oddly, even though I said this is a low polygon game, it does kind of feel a little chuggish, if that's a word to be believed. It feels like it's chugging a little bit, walking around the areas. Well, geez, can I do any of them? So not all the solutions are the same. Alright, let's take a look at this tree. There's an apple here. I probably want to get to this apple, so it's on the 3rd branch, 4th, there. So I figured it had something to do with this tree that's just right there. It seemed pretty obvious. So when seeking knowledge, always go for the fruit on the tree. Where's this one gonna go? Alright. So here we have another tree with another fruit. 2nd branch, 3rd stem, I guess. So we can figure this out. Next, let's see, how do we want to do this? That would be 2nd branch, 4th stem. It's not, or is it the perception? Is it how you see it, or how it is? Because how I see it, it's in a different order. So it was how it is. Right. I can see all these leaves being directly rendered here, though causing it some trouble. Let's see, this tree, 2nd branch, 3rd again. How many times has it been 2nd branch, 3rd? Oh no! Ooh, I must have done something wrong. It must be 3rd branch. So when you make a mistake, to stop you from brute forcing it, you've got to go back to the previous puzzle and solve it again. Not a big deal. So this one will repower that one. We'll just run over here. So we did 2nd branch, 3rd before. If that's not the case, then we'll do 3rd branch, 2nd. And try it that way. Got it. Next one. Hello, tree. There's something here that's been trimmed off. They've been broken off. And there's no more... Okay. They've been broken off on the puzzle too, good. 2 stems, and then 1. And then 2 stems, and then 1. And then... we're looking for the new growth. Not particularly the fruit, but the new growth. So I think second branch, third stem is the answer. Because right here, that one was the one that was broken, but is still here on the map. So a little reasoning there, if it's still there even though it fell off the tree and all the others have been removed, it must be important, one would think. I wonder how many like audio tapes I've missed already. His apples and pictures. There's all kinds of pictures here. Pictures of hearts and arteries and comparing that to branches. I really expected some kind of audio thing here. Oh well. Can't walk here. Can't get up here. There's a whole city over there. That'll be interesting if we can make it to that point. I can't walk into the trees. I can't look in the grass. I can't walk up the edge here. Is there really no puzzle? There probably is a puzzle somewhere in this, but I don't see it. I do not see it at all. That's not quite right on the heart. There must be something we do here later. That seems kind of pointless. We've opened up another door and we don't know what to do with it. Here's another area. Here's a little X of plants. Just interesting. How can we get down then? Let's move on. We solved the puzzles, that's all that matters, I suppose. So we're approaching these tire stack things, and because I have I already have some spoilers in my head. I know these are obelisks. They are a major part of kind of the second half of the game. If you beat the first half of the game, you're a good average player, and then you kind of unlock hard mode, and all the puzzles use those. So right now, as we're just focusing in on the regular first half of the game, no real reason to deal with those. We'll see them. So we've got this cord. Let's walk backwards and trace it. No reason to really meander in one area if we don't know what we're doing, or if there's something we're not seeing. There's plenty of other parts of the island to search. Here we go. So This one, it starts mirroring you. So you go inward and straight up and connects them both. So if I do this, it goes inward, do this, it goes inward, do this, it goes inward, do this, it goes inward. Couldn't do anything, I'd just crash into myself if I did anything like that. So that door obviously is just going to teach you that. Again, like I said, colorblindness is not going to work in this game. If you are colorblind, I am sure this is going to come to be a problem for you. Red vase, green vase, purple, yellow vase. I'm not colorblind, at least I don't think I am. Aquamarine. So, like red and blue make purple, and then red and yellow make orange. So if these are supposed to be connected somehow, they don't really, doesn't make a sense. Let's see, the only thing that does make, that's weird here is this one is lifted higher. It's green. So we'll have to figure out that at a certain point, but we're not even here for that. We're trying to open the door. And to open that door, we need to turn on these screens, which means we need this cord, which means we need these screens, which means fold this cord over all the way to the end of, what would you call this, a boathouse? Here's a little sand castle, and then some other piles of sand. Interesting. So we start the lessons again. It's going to copy me. That is fine. As long as I can figure out a way for us both to reach our goals. Let's see. We've got to look at both of them, make sure both paths are open. Let's see. This one seems pretty easy because I'll just wait till I run into something and then on either side. Ooh, look at this. Is this a quadruple puzzle? Oh, what am... Let's see. This, then we'll go back out. We'll go back out. I can't go out. How about we go back in, and then go back out. Back out. This way. There we go. That's nice. And if this was powered, it would do something, I would bet. But it's not powered, so can't do anything right now. Let's see, is there anything sneaky or suspicious about the sandcastle? Doesn't look like there is. Alright. The footsteps are a little creepy, I have to admit. But they're mine, I would think. Right, that one's not gonna work, that one's not gonna work. So we're gonna have to go all the way here, and then back this way, and then back this way, and that way. It's like a... But see, you hear the footsteps here. Just another nice little view here. You can't go in the water. That solves a big problem right out off the bat. Knowing that the water is your limit. So often water is your limit in video games. It's kind of a shame sometimes. Let's see. It's not gonna work. Let's try this. Alright, that got us pretty far. Let's see. Let's move back this way, this way. There we go. Got it. Notice the screen is a little messed up here. So, as it looks like it's been melted or something. So, you will have to adapt to that sometimes. It's not what you perceive per se, it's where the cursor is supposed to go. There we go. So, as you can see, this would be a big mess. We gotta go this way, and then this way, and then this way, this way, and that way. There we go. Look how skewed and messed up that is. And it's the same puzzle, too. It's the same solution, practically. Just it's been skewed. Was it the same solution over here each time? If it was, I didn't solve this the right way. Let's see. So, there may be multiple solutions, too. So take that into your understanding and your knowledge. There may be multiple solutions that may not really matter. Or it may matter very much and we just don't know. So let's run back this way and solve this. Man, if I keep it up at this rate, I am going to probably beat this faster. I mean, let's just look. What's the load right now? 43 save solved. If I say there's 700 puzzles, well, they will get harder. We know that. But in all seriousness, if I do 100 in the first episode and another 100 in the next episode, who's to say? I could try to do this one. Alright, let's try this. No, there's no way I could solve this as it is. So we need this gate off, and to get the gate off, that means we have to walk down this way. That's fine. And that means we have to walk over this way. Okay. Here we go. Actually, I've seen a couple people come right to these areas. So it may be a little disingenuous for them to say that this is an open world game. It seems like there is a critical path that is going to help you a lot more than anything else. Let's see. Well, that's not going to work. So we're going to have to go up here, come back this way, do this. Nope, that's not going to work at all. I've been missing things. This way, then this way, then nope. This way. And we can't cross paths, right? That wouldn't work. if we did something along the lines of this, though. We can do that, but we need to one more this way. Nope. Let's see, going back. Down, up, this way. This way. That won't work. This way, which that won't work. So this way. But then I can't get this one. So this way. There we go. That took a long time. Here we're going to have the issue of it's going to mirror us slightly differently. Let's take that. Just a little bit of an adjustment there. So there we go. Puzzle solved. Several puzzles solved, actually. Let's run back over here to these red trees and through the red trees. So we get introduced to a new concept. Now whatever we start on is going to be the blue. So trying to do this is not going to work, obviously. It's going to just give us a big old no. But doing this will work. So always start on blue. I guess that means I just need to do this. Down here. Down this way. What did I miss? Missed something here. Gotta go this way. So it doesn't look like it matters which way they exited for that one. No, that's no good. Start up here. Now for the black ones, we just have to get them with either one. So here we go. Let's just quickly look at all of these. None of these really feel like... Sometimes they're really squiggly lines, sometimes they're really smooth. I'm not sure if that's because I'm not doing them right, or what. It could be either. Let's see. Down this way. I missed one. So notice now we have a both blue and yellow, aquamarine, I would say light blue color here coming in. So let's see, that, then that one, then that one, and now we've got to switch sides. I can't do that. So we've got to figure out something else. Let's try this. This way. Now if I'm going do that. It's gotta go this. It's gotta be something like that. So let's do this instead, and then come back that way. And then go up that to get that last blue one, and that one to get that last blue one. It takes a lot of flickering your eyes back and forth. Make sure you get them both. So this is going to be all about getting the yellows in the right place. Let's see. There. There. I'm controlling the blue one, but the yellow one was more difficult. Notice that the yellow is looking a little different now. It's because it's fading. It's losing signal, which is not good. That effectively means we're gonna, in a second, not be able to see the yellow one. Next one, probably not gonna be able to see it. Doesn't matter. Nope. So when this one goes up, it's gonna go down. When this one goes this way, it's gonna go that way. If I go this way, all the way, and this way, it should be hitting it. Good. Let's see. So if I go 1, 2, 3, and then up, and then this way, running right into it, right there, but that should be fine. This way, and this way, that should work. Alright. There's no blue ones on this at all, so all I have to do is go all the way here, up, which is down for the yellow, then right, 1, 2, and 3, and then up, that should hit that one, and then right here, and up, and then that. And got it. And hopefully the next connector gets more power so we don't lose our signal there, because that would be rather annoying. Here we go. Go here, go here, go straight up. Door open. Alright. So there's some cheating that might need to go on here at some point, because this puzzle is going to start straining my ability to memorize things, and my ability to memorize things is practically none. While I do have quite a good level of puzzle solving ability, I have quite a bad ability as far as memorizing what things look like, or visual memory, or placement of things. So that just turned on these, and if you're eagle-eyed, you can see this is yellow, this is gonna be blue. Here, we'll even prove it. There. And we need to do the same pattern. So up to right one, all the way to the end, and then 2 back, and a number or an S. So up to right one, down, all the way over here, and then an S shaped. So taking a picture and then mirroring it is going to be difficult. But if I say it out loud, it might be easier. So right all the way down, right all the way up, almost all the way up, one short, and then left, up, and then down, and then that. Let's see if we can do this. What's the beginning of that again? 1. So this all the way down, all the way up. And if I just leave it right there, it won't memorize that. And then we go back and around. Alright. All the way up, then down here, and like that. Alright, good. Gotten lucky. Again, if I mess it up, I'm gonna have to do it over. Right, all the way down, all the way up, right, all the way down, all the way up. Ah, this isn't hard. The only real question is where we start. Where this bit here is it's rotated 180 degrees. So it doesn't feel like it's mirrored. It feels like it's rotated. So I'm all the way down, all the way up, all the way here, all the way like this. Please be right. Oh good, I got lucky there. Was this one rotated 180 degrees too? Is that what these were? No. These were mirrored on a lateral line as 182, not rotated. So the puzzle changed on me. Well, this will be a hard one to solve. What's interesting about this, though, is that we didn't really take a right anywhere. So, if this is the number 2, because the straight line is the number 1, or the letter B, because a straight line is the letter A, that kind of would make sense. Maybe these particular things are the alphabet, but if that is the case, maybe the right angle is the number B and this is actually C, and I don't think any of that's ever going to mean anything. Let's do this. It's a gun. It's gonna shoot me. Big old laser gun. Gosh, it's taking forever. Do we have to go? Do we have to look over there? It took forever to warm up. So we've got a laser now pointing towards that mountain. And notice that it is kind of white with a blue hem, but then far in the distance it just kind of turns into a blue. That's probably a rendering bug, I would bet, more than anything else. But it is interesting. So I could not think of a better time to end this recording. We've gone an hour and 10 minutes, and when we look at load of the game, we've done 69 puzzles solved. So like I said, this series is going to be long anyways, but at 69 we've done probably around 10% of the puzzles, the first 10%, the easiest 10%. And this is what the game is, or at least what the first half of the game is. We will be learning new concepts, so the copying and stuff probably won't get used that much at all in the next area, wherever the next area turns out to be, wherever we walk. We'll probably just follow the road and keep on going down this way. We did that whole uh, cherry trees, kind of. They look like sakura, but sorta. Uh, Section, and there really wasn't even anything in there. And we did even some extra puzzles uh, that we didn't even need at the very beginning. Things that we don't still understand about what was in the safe. Uh, so yeah, there's a lot more to do in this game, but this is how it's gonna be. I'm gonna try to be fast, try not to get stuck on puzzles. I'm not intending to play any of this offline, because I think doing anything offline would probably be a huge mistake for my viewers and for my own footage sake. So that's going to be the end of this episode. Come back for the next one. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. I'll tell you right now, you can feel free to put any comments or spoilers to the solutions. By the time this video goes up, I will have probably played the entire game. So even if you put like the biggest spoiler ever, you're only going to be spoiling people that read the comments, and I don't think that's that many people. Uh, you're not going to be telling it to me per se, and you'll probably 5 weeks that 5 episodes down the line see me find a solution on my own. Uh, Down below in the description box, I have a whole bunch of links to social media sites, so make sure you friend and follow me on all of those. That way you know exactly when new videos come out. I release new videos every Monday through Friday, so look forward to that. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.